Welcome to Pro Tool Reviews. What I have here today is Ryobi's 1+ HP Compact Series tools. They just came out of the market and it includes an impact driver, a hammer drill, and also a one-handed reciprocating saw. So let's start with the compact hammer drill. Let's move these tools out of the way for a second so we can put this one in the limelight. This particular drill, compact for sure. It's only about 6.1 inches long. It only weighs about 2.1 pounds. And as I look at this drill, I got an LED light here in the front that definitely helps illuminate pretty well where you're going to be working with the drill. You do have a clutch right here that gives you, wow, 22 settings. So you actually have a lot of control over your screws that you might be putting in, but also you have a drill mode and a hammer mode. So depending on what you're trying to do, you can put it in your different modes, hammer, drill only, and then obviously use your clutch setting for different screws for that proper application. Another thing that's really a nice feature is you have a 2-speed transmission on this drill. So you have first speed, and then you have second speed. So again, what you want to try to do is match your speed, your torque ring to the application of what you're going to be doing. You do have a variable speed trigger, which is actually pretty sensitive. You can just, with the slightest touch, get movement. And obviously, the further you pull it, the faster it's going to go. Moves a lot of air as well. Lots of air vents around the back of the tool. As you pull the trigger, you can really feel air moving through that drill. So it's going to help keep that motor cool as you're using it, particularly in hammer mode. The other thing that's really nice is we got a metal chuck. And this chuck is a 1/2-inch chuck. So for a compact tool coming from Ryobi, you know, this is fantastic at that. We can put a large bit in this tool and actually be able to drill some large size holes. Let's see here. Battery, yeah, you're all familiar with the Ryobi style battery. Fits over 300 tools, so you get a lot of versatility with that. These are also available both as a bare tool and a kit. And bare tool comes with no battery, and it's for 99 bucks. And for $139, you get 2 of these 1.5 amp hour batteries and a charger. So for $139, 2 batteries and a drill, that's a pretty good deal for a hammer drill. I mentioned it quickly earlier though, this tool does not come with an accessory handle. And I think we're gonna see why when I go to do a little bit of testing why. But just note that you're not gonna be able to use it with 2 hands. This is really still a one-hand tool. So I'm thinking something like installing curtains and things like that are going to be an optimal choice for this tool. But with that, let's move on to the next tool. So the next tool we want to focus on is the compact impact driver. This particular tool, again, compact, very, very stoutly built. Feels actually really good in the hand. The rubber overmold is fantastic. Gives a lot of grip. Have an LED light, obviously to illuminate your surface where you're going to be working. It does have bit eject and a one-hand bit. Let's see if I can catch this without losing it. There we go. As you can see, just one hand, push that in, and it locks it in place. And with one hand, you can eject that bit. It's spring-loaded, makes loading and unloading bits super easy. Nice feature to have. Let's see here. It does have variable speed trigger, and you'll notice this. So further you pull the trigger, faster the tool will work. And it's nice, once you understand the use of an impact driver, using that trigger is going to really be a big help to you. When you come into a screw, you don't have to hit it full power right away. You can give it a little power and then bring it in more. This particular tool has 1,900 inch-pounds of torque. It's a lot of torque. It's spinning at max speed of 3,000 RPM. Weighs about, without a battery, weighs 1.85 pounds, so pretty lightweight. Actually, with the battery in there, you actually feel a little bit more balance with the tool as well. There's a lot of air vents around this tool. You can feel it as you're operating the tool, which should really help to keep that brushless motor cool. Fantastic tool. I think it's going to really fit in a lot of people's toolboxes really well. So the last tool I want to look at is the Ryobi one-handed compact reciprocating saw. This particular tool is, well, designed to be used one-handed. There is a place where you can hold it up on the top as well. So you can hold it up on top as well. And as you can see, variable speed trigger as well, just like the impact driver and drill. And one thing that I really like about this tool, I don't know, it's going to be kind of hard to see right here, but you just push this blade in and it automatically locks, which is actually a really nice feature. So to take the blade out, the same thing, I just give this a little bit of a turn and the blade will pop right out. So again, I can stick the blade in, locks in place, and then to remove it, I just turn the collet, and as you can see, the blade will pop right out. So nice feature, you're not having to fight with it. This collet actually has a nice texture of ribbed edges on it, so that you actually can get some purchase on that to turn it in order to remove the blade. So little things like that really do matter. It has a pivoting blade guide on here as well, so as you're working on different surfaces, depending on what direction you're trying to cut, you can actually pivot this to make sure you get the proper force as you're pushing that blade against the material. You can pivot that head. This tool comes with, as a single tool, a bare tool for $119. It does come as a kit as well for $169, and it comes with one 2 amp hour battery, which is a little bit larger than this battery we have here. But the difference being from the other kits to this one is that this comes with one battery, not 2 batteries for $169. But one-handed reciprocating saw, definitely something handy to have. Not going to use it for major demolition, but for some simple projects, absolutely great way to go. We're going to go ahead and give them a test now and just see how they actually work. So I'm going to go ahead and use this piece of 2x4 to give these tools just a little bit of test to see what they can do and see how they feel actually. I'm going to start with some screws with my impact driver. So I went ahead and put in a Phillips number 2 bit. I got some drywall screw, 2-inch drywall screws. And with these, let's see what it feels like. That's pretty fast, that's for sure. As far as technique goes, a lot of times when you're using an impact driver, a lot of times people want to just hit that really fast, and that's what happens. But if you ease into it, give it a little bit of speed, and then really pull that trigger, you'll get a good start on your screw. So start it slow, and once it feels like it's gripping, go ahead and drive it home. Problem is, a lot of times people get frustrated with impact drivers, especially new users, because they just expect to put that screw in there and hit that trigger real fast and have it go in, and it doesn't always work that way. Next, what we're going to do is the drill driver, or the hammer drill here. I'm not going to drill anything in concrete at the moment, but what I want to do is just chuck up 2 different bits and see how they do. Here's just a 1/4-inch twist bit. So we'll go ahead and put that in the chuck here, tighten it up. Has a real positive feel on the chuck as well when you tighten it. And we'll drill some holes next to these screws. And usually when you're using a twist bit, you want to use this in fast speed. And go ahead and set your torque ring to drill mode. That way you won't torque out. All right. No issues there at all. So I'm going to go ahead and swap it to a paddle bit. Here's a 3/4-inch paddle bit. And this is a little bit more work for a drill like this, but it shouldn't be anything that this drill can't handle. Typically, this is a drill bit that if you're making larger holes for, say, running electrical wiring or something like that, you're going to use a paddle bit. And so let's see what that does. Well, actually did just okay. Let's try again. If you notice, there was no real straining on the drill as I was pressing that through the material. This is not a self-feed bit, so this is a bit that actually I have to put a little bit of pressure on it to actually have it go into the material. Self-feed bit, on the other hand, would pull itself through. I like to do this just because I can control how fast it's going in, especially for a tool like this. This is a good application. But by no means the drill was strained, and was definitely able to handle that without issue. Last but not least, let's go ahead and give the compact one-handed reciprocating saw a try here. Again, that blade is so easy to insert into here as that collet just grabs onto it and self-locks. So we're going to go ahead and line up right here and give it a run. Did a good job. That 7/8 of an inch stroke length really does help clear out the chips in a cut like this. I did use a Slightly more aggressive blade, kind of more of like a demo blade. It's not a fine cut blade at all. As you can see, it kind of leaves a little bit of a rough edge, but it gets the job done fairly quickly. This is actually probably a lot more than what you'd ask this tool normally to do. This tool would be ideal for cutting piping, for example, PVC piping, or small trim, or small projects is really what you want to use this for. I've even used these for pruning even. You can get a pruning blade and actually trim up your trees with it as well. So very versatile tool in that sense. You can use in your workshop and also out in the yard. So definitely does what it's supposed to do, and again, in a real compact package. All right, so you saw us do a little bit of testing with these tools. You know, they work. They do exactly what they're intended to do. It's really designed for the homeowner, the do-it-yourselfer. Ideal choice. Compact size really comes in handy. You're not going to have to go get something that is really expensive to get a job done. Most jobs you're going to do around your home, you'll be able to tackle with one of these. You know, tap cons, maybe if you're like my house, I have a house where we have block and we have to hang curtains once in a while. My wife likes to change things up. Well, guess what? With this, in its hammer mode, I can put screws into that block really easily. And this one-handed compact reciprocating saw, ideal for small cuts, pruning around the yard, and just doing little things like that. It's not ideal for demo, but for doing the little things you might be doing in your workshop, will work perfectly. These tools are available at Home Depot. And you know, when you buy into the Ryobi platform, you're buying into a whole bunch of other products that actually fit the same batteries as well. So definitely a good investment. Have any questions, thoughts on these tools? We'd love to hear about them. Leave a comment below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, so you get the latest and greatest news from us. And as always, thanks for watching.